So one thing I love about having the V8 is, especially in this work truck, it does feel much lighter because there's not a lot in here. And I just feel so much quicker because in work trucks, usually you get the V6 or you get the Turbo 4 in the newer models. So I really like the steering feel in the Silverados, as I've said in several other reviews. And I really just like, with the 5.3, the throttle response, especially with this 10-speed, because when you're towing, it's nice to have that. I'm gonna put into the low gear now and see how that acts. So the shifts seem to be more of suggestions. It'll do what you tell it to do, but specifically downshifts are always going to be faster than shifting up. And then when I hit the plus, it's just a little slow. But this is not a sports car, so I'm not expecting anything else. And then have the cruise control on now. Let's see if I can. I like to see my fuel economy, but I don't think this one has it set up on here. I'd have to go into the options and see. But wind noise is minimal for a windy day like today. I just drove a Colorado extended cab and it was a bit louder than it is in here. But extended cabs, especially with the fold out doors, tend to be a little bit louder because there's not a full, I guess, side there. It just opens up from the other door. So, more room for wind intrusion. But really like how this drives. And the vinyl steering wheel feels really nice, especially if I have gloves on. I've been working all day. It'll be nice to have that there, as opposed to getting the leather steering wheel dirty. Good brakes too. And this does have auto stop, but I don't think the cabin is hot enough yet, or the engine. Now with the 10-speed, the truck will shift a bit more than in an 8-speed, so sometimes when you're not sure if you're gonna accelerate or decelerate, it gets a bit confused, but it shifts so quickly that it really doesn't become an issue. And I'd rather have it than the 8-speed just for the added fuel economy, because the engine's able to rev lower than it would in an 8-speed. And I really just like shifting it. It feels like I'm driving a semi-truck. But for a work truck, really good ride, really good technology that comes standard, especially with the Chevy safety assist, having that forward collision alert, having the lane keep. And I've complained about Chevy's lane keep in the past because I'd rather have Super Cruise, but especially having this standard on so many vehicles, can't complain. Yeah, just a really smooth ride, if you can hear that. And really quiet in here. Have the cruise set on, just keeping up with traffic. But all in all, for a work truck, really like how this is equipped. It's nice to have the wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto. You don't get auto stop with this one, but it's a work truck, so it has everything that is expected and then some, especially with push button start, but that's starting to become an industry standard at this point. Just really, really quiet in here. Really like that. But for $50,000, it's a bit steep, but if you plan on keeping it for a long time and getting your use out of it, definitely would recommend this. But you might just want to pay another 10 or 15,000 and get an LT or an LTZ, just depends. But with all that being said, this is going to bring me to the end of my review of the new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 work truck with a 5.3 liter V8.